One of the reasons why we're here doing this talk is because Mrs. Lawson wanted this to be part of the tournament and the day to talk about mental health, because there is a link between mental health, gang life and knife crime. This is why we're doing this talk here. So out of respect for the day and for Mrs. Lawson and for Godwin, that's why we're here. Try not to talk over each other, one voice. And try not to talk over either myself or Tanisha, please. I understand this part, you've just been playing, I get it. But you are all, I see you all as like young men who are mature enough to understand and just have a conversation. This is what we're doing. Yeah? And I want you to walk away with just a seed about maybe understanding what mental health is. And we're going to ask you some questions as well, so we want it to be interactive. If you've got any questions, ask. Do not be scared to ask. Like I said, the person that doesn't ask a question is foolish for a moment. No, sorry. The person who asks a question is foolish for a moment. The person that doesn't never ask a question is foolish for a lifetime. Because I don't know everything, and I feel that you don't know everything. Yes or no? Right, so you have to ask questions. If I say something that you don't understand, ask me to repeat it. I have no problem in repeating it. I'm not an expert on everything, and I don't think none of you are either. Yeah? So we're all learning here. The purpose of this little talk is just to find us to share ideas about what we think about mental health or what mental health looks like, and we identify it in ourselves and in other people. And if so, how then can we help them and how can we help ourselves? As time is running short, we're not going to be able to do everything, so it's going to be a bit quick. So my name is Melanie. And this is Tanisha. We work at Mind in Haringey. I'm the counselling service manager. Tanisha is on a social work placement. She has 1 year left to go in her degree, but she's that good that we've kind of kept her on with us. Okay, and I'm also a counsellor and a bereavement counsellor. I'm not doing that at the moment, I'm just running the service. So, first question is, what was it you asked? Who has mental health? Everyone. Does everybody agree with that? Yeah. Huh? You say? You agree? Everybody agrees?
So no one disagrees. Does anyone disagree? Put up your hand if you disagree. No?
Right, so young man, what's your name? Abs. So Abs is completely correct. Everybody has mental health. So oftentimes when we hear the term mental health, we think about it in a negative way. So the other way we can look at it is called our mental well-being. So the same way that we will go and get our eyes checked, yeah, every year, generally when you're young anyway. Same way we will go to the dentist and so on. And I said this as well to the other group, I said to you as well, even when you're older, as young men, go into the sexual health clinic to have a checkup, because these are parts of your body that you use, so they need to be checked up on. Same way with your mental health. You use your mind every single day. Lots of things can happen in your life where you have to process it through your mind. So your mind also needs to be taken care of. It's very important to have good mental well-being and to identify when you don't feel great, which is also normal. Okay, that's another thing to understand. Mental health is like a journey. People don't just get in overnight. Something can happen, or lots of things can happen over a period of time, which impacts on that person's ability to respond or react to things that are going on in their environment or with the people that are around them. Does that make sense? So, for example, you could be growing up in your home, everything could be fine. Some people on a slippery slope down. Mm-hmm. Yeah? So they've gone from being in a secure unit, knowing what's going to happen from day to day, to then it's something completely different and will impact on them differently. Or someone can suffer a bereavement in their family, someone can die. That could knock that person so much that they really can never get back onto the level that they were at. So it can be anything, and it can happen to everyone. Mental health does not discriminate against anything. Age, race, religion, gender, nothing. It can be anything and anyone. Yeah, it can be your best friend. It could be your uncle. It could be your neighbour. It could be a schoolmate. It could be a teacher that's coming to work every day, but you don't even know that they've got mental health. So if I was bipolar or I had schizophrenia, would you be able to tell?
No.
Generally, you will be able to tell, unless I was having a crisis or episode. You would not be able to tell. So one of the things to also understand is not to judge when people have mental health, because you don't actually know what's going on for them. And that you'll be walking past people every day, or even being at school with teachers, and then, because 1 in 4 adults have mental health, or 1 in 10 young people have mental health. But we don't talk about it because it's such a stigma, and it shouldn't be. Yeah? So, a definition of mental well-being. Mental well-being describes your mental state, how you are feeling and how well you can cope with day-to-day life. Our mental well-being is very, very dynamic. It can change from moment to moment, day to day, month to month, or year to year. So our well-being is made up of all of these things: our physical self, social, environmental, economics, and psychological. So an example of physical would be what? Yeah, or what's the opposite of that? What would be like a problem factor?
Unhealthy diet.
Sorry? That, or someone having a physical impairment, like a disability. Yeah? Social. A good example of social would be what? Friends. Opposite would be isolation, no friends. Yeah? Environment. Example would be a great family home or a really good school environment. What's the opposite? Shout it out, I can't hear you. What would be the opposite?
Homeless.
Homeless. What about school? If school wasn't what? It could be excluded from school. Economics. A good example of economics might be like what? Maybe if you're in a one-parent household, that one parent, pay attention people, that one parent might have a really good income. So the other thing to also remember is that there is not always going to be this distinction between a single, I hate the term single parent family anyway, single parent family and a two-parent family. It doesn't mean that in a single parent family that things are going to be worse than a two-parent family or vice versa, because I know that is not true. It is not true. So you can have a two-parent family where things are not great, and you can have a one-parent family where it's absolutely fantastic. It comes down to the individual and how they want to work within that family unit. Yeah? So, psychological. Good mental health, or you might have a parent or a carer, could be, would you say, like a foster carer, or auntie, uncle, whoever's caring for you, might have ill mental health. That's going to impact on the way that they can care for you. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
If you have good mental well-being, you are able to
feel relatively confident in yourself and have positive self-esteem, feel and express a range of emotions, build and maintain good relationships with others, feel engaged with the world around you, live and work productively, cope with the stresses of daily life, adapt and manage in times of change and uncertainty. So an example would be, can anybody here tell me how you feel before a football match? Excited? You don't have that little chest pain or that little anxiety? No? Are you sure? Not one of you guys? You walk in there like, I know I'm going to win that match, yeah? And then how do you feel when you lose it? Okay, so you've lost the match. You've lost the match. Let's say, listen, come. I repeat myself. Right. Let's say you're gonna go into a match against the side that beat you previously. They beat you previously, right? This team has beat you previously, but now you lot are like, yeah, we're gonna beat them. So you lot are gassed. Is that the word? Because I don't know the terminology, right? That we're gonna beat them. You're arguing beforehand. Now we're gonna beat you, but you lose. How do you feel then? Embarrassed. What else? Depressed. Okay, right. So how do you manage that? Hello? I don't have a mic and I don't want to use one. So how do you manage those times of change and uncertainty? What do you do? Okay, and if we was to say someone had struggles or someone suffered with mental difficulties or mental illness, how would you think they would manage it? How do you think it would be harder? Change your mind?
I'm gonna pick people out to answer when I don't get answers. The girl was doing a lot better than you, can I just tell you as well with the answers. So, young man, if someone who doesn't deal with losing, even though it's a game and they've lost, how is it going to impact on them more than say like my guy here, and I said he's like 50% upset, but he just goes to sleep it off. What would the other person do? Right. Or how they might feel about themselves.
Huh?
Good. No self-esteem. All right, lovely. Okay. Or another example might be, to make it a bit more relevant, how is well-being and mental health problems connected? So, of course, our well-being and mental health is affected by our emotions. So if we are really sad and stressed, that can be a catalyst for mental ill health. If we have a low mental state or feel very low for a long period of time, that will generally develop into a mental health problem occurring. So, mental health. Good mental health and its maintenance is often referred to as our well-being. Mental ill health is poor mental health and poor coping mechanisms. Meaning, someone who's got good mental health or good well-being, something detrimental can happen, like a family breakup, maybe losing a home, maybe having to move, but they'll be able to like feel the stress of it, but say, I've got to just keep it moving and I've got to kind of just go through it and do it. Another person might be, I can't cope with all this change, I can't cope with this breakup, I don't want to move, I'm going to live with all my friends and get very low in themselves. And nobody can bring them out of it. So there's differences. If you already have a mental health problem existing, you are more likely to experience periods of low mental well-being than someone who hasn't. But that doesn't mean that you won't have periods of feeling good about yourself. Mental health is a journey. So you might feel great all year round, near enough, and then, I don't know, come Christmas, let's say one parent loses a job or something, or both parents, what you feel that you were going to get at Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, you are now not going to get. That might upset a lot of people, because everyone's different. Yeah? So maybe for you as young people, growing up, who's done their GCSEs, or is that coming up? Who's done their GCSEs? And the rest of you, you're doing that next year? So for those of you who have just done your GCSEs, how stressful was that? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no stress, 10 being really stressful. 7, 4. Okay. And for those of you now in year 10, because you still got to do a lot of work towards your GCSEs, who's feeling the pressure of the GCSEs next year? Who's feeling the pressure of it? Hands up. Who's feeling the pressure of the GCSEs coming next year? Are you excited about your GCSEs next year? No. Are you excited? No. Right. So one of the good things to understand is about the stress bucket. So for those of you with your GCSEs coming up, those of you that are going to go into college, those of you that are going to go to university, education is stressful and it is supposed to be challenging because you're learning something new. It doesn't come without a challenge, it doesn't come without stress. It should be a worthwhile journey to what you want in life. Yeah, what outcome you want for yourself. So the stress bucket. Stress comes into the bucket. If the bucket overflows, problems develop, people snap. Some of you might have it like your mum or dad or whoever or a teacher, they just snap. You know that you've not done anything really wrong, but they're so stressed that they're not managing well, so they just snap at you. Has anyone experienced that? I'm sure everyone's experienced that, right? And even for yourself, you might respond in a way that you wouldn't normally respond because you're really stressed. Vulnerability is shown by the size of the bucket. Parents normally will have a huge bucket because they're juggling so many things. but that bucket can get full very quickly. Teachers too. And the teacher might be all happy at the front of their class or whatever, but they've got pure problems as well. Never really think that your teacher doesn't have issues, because they do. But I tell you, in my service, I already know that the people that sit in front of me, everybody, no matter where they're from, what walk of life, age, race, creed, religion, everyone will have problems. We just deal with it in different ways. Some people go to church, some people will go to the pub, some people will have a therapist. Why? If you need an outlet. So I would say for all of you in here, your outlet is probably football. Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's the best answer I've got so far. So your football is like a tap, where you can open up your tap and you can let the stress out. People who don't have an outlet, or good people around them that they can trust and confide in and who will kind of support them, they don't know how to operate this tap. They don't even know that the tap exists. So the bucket will overflow and they get stressful and they snap. Yeah? And when people are vulnerable, why are we here today? Well, we're here to talk about tackling knife crime. Could also talk about road life as well. So when you don't have like a healthy outlet like football, it's easier, and then you've got other stresses going on at home and so on, and other pressures, it can be easy to go down that slippery slope down the wrong way. Yes or no? Yeah? So do you think that football has helped save some of you in a sense? Because
You respect us. We're here for you guys know why we're here. We're all here for this tournament. So just can you let us speak for 2 minutes? We've got 5 minutes just to listen. And go out there and play your ball. Just listen, because this is going to help you. Please.
Thank you. So, as I said, the whole point of this is about just having an understanding about mental health, because there is a direct link between mental health and crime, knife crime, and being on the road. Because for some people, it's more, their home life is such that it's maybe better to be outside than not. But at the same time, it's also worth recognizing, because I don't like to do generalization. So I know that you can have young people who have got a wonderful home life and they could present in a particular way at home, but they could be doing other things as well. Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean this is like this and this is like that, because I know it doesn't work that way, which is why I talked about single parent household, which I hate that name, and 2-parent household. One is not necessarily better than the other. I know this for a fact. Yeah? So it's about yourselves and what you do for yourself. So mental health as well. If someone has got poor mental health, poor judgment, not good people around them, it's very much easy for them to get swept into the wrong type of life. Yes or no? Right. So football for yourselves, and the fact that you're here today tells you that you want something better for yourself. Yes or no? Right? So I really want you to just understand about how mental health can come about, because it comes about to anyone at any time, and it is a journey. You might see people on the road who, you always see people on the road that you say, oh, that person looks mad and whatever. It's not really like that. As I said, I could be standing here, I could have schizophrenia, you would not know. I could be bipolar, you would not know. You would have teachers and so on who have got all of these things, but you would not know. It doesn't stop people from functioning and working. It just means that at some periods of time, and when certain things happen, they are unable to cope well. If you think about your parents or your caregivers, which could be your auntie, your uncle, or foster parents, or things like that, everybody has their stresses. So you have to look after each other. You have to be your brother's keeper, and you also have to look after yourself. So your mental health, like I said, is like going to the opticians, going to, what did I say? The dentist, and when you're older and engaging in sexual relationships, going to the sexual health clinic, because you use parts of your body, you need to get them checked out and take care of every aspect of your body, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Yes or no?
Yeah, true.
Right. So do you all have an understanding of what you think mental health is? So everyone's got mental health, but it's ill mental health that you need to be able to kind of understand, and what might trigger it. So when some of you finished your education and you can't find a job, let's say, not that you wouldn't, because there are jobs out there, would that add to someone's level of stress? Right. So these are the things you have to think about and do things to keep yourself feeling good about yourself. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, have you got any questions? So the final couple of things are looking after your mental health.
If certain treatments have helped in the past, tell your doctor. Let your friends and family know how they can support you, whether it's listening to you when you're having a bad day, helping you keep on top of your commitments, or being aware of your triggers.
So spot early warning signs. If you can, try to be aware of how you're feeling. Tune into yourself. You are your first and everlasting best friend before anybody else. You are the person that you would have known for the longest, more than anybody else in life. So, be aware of how you're feeling, and if you can spot any signs you might be becoming unwell or feeling too low for too long, these will be individual to you. But it will be useful to reflect on what is going on and get support as quickly as possible, be it at school, the school counsellor, the welfare officer, an auntie that you can confide in, an uncle that understands you better than your dad, an older brother that might have been through it and is there for you, a brother's girlfriend, anyone that you can trust.
Keep a mood diary. Tracking your moods can help you to work out what positively and negatively affects your mental well-being. You can then take steps to avoid, change, or prepare for negative situations. You can create your own mood diary or try one available online such as Mood Panda, Moodscope, MedHealth, Land, Mood Tracker, and mappiness.org.uk.
Or simply on your phone, just make notes. Just make notes on your phone. You can use your phone for a variety of issues. Yeah? And build your self-esteem. Increasing your self-esteem can help you to feel more confident and be able to challenge adversity. The other aspects of self-esteem is also going to be social media. I know you must be all on. Who's not on Instagram? Not on Instagram. Who's not on Snapchat? Is that a personal choice or is that your mum or dad saying I'm gonna have it right now? Snapchat. Right, okay. You don't have it. What do you have? Why did you? Hello, let me be in the room. Why did you take it off? Right, so. So, on social media, as we all know, can be a bit of a dragon's den. And social media is one of the leading causes of mental health, ill mental health in young people today. Yeah? Because, like, there's a question that we ask, like, to say, how many likes is enough? So if you post something and you don't get no likes, how do you feel?
My followers.
You delete? Huh?
My followers are red.
Some people say that again.
My followers are red.
Why followers? Are you with buy followers or not? Oh. Okay, so are we all aware of how social media can impact on how we feel about ourselves? Yes or no? Alright, but I think boys are a bit different to girls.
Not really.
No, yes we are.
No, how so?
Okay, do you think that girls take social media more seriously?
No way.
I think so. Just to show. Wait. Now you're calm down. No, you said it. So we go now.
What did they say?
Let me get to 1K.
So they change their hairstyle and put it up there every day to get whatever response. Okay.
Oh, really?
So, go on. I can't hear.
I think it's taken on it makes it look at everything what she does.
Snapchat your everything. Okay, so we're going to bring it to a close now. Yes? Do you understand as well as that you necessarily won't be able to identify in a person just by looking at them? Do you know how it's good to be aware of yourself? That if you're feeling really low for too long, you need to go and ask someone for help or talk to someone. One of the key things, as I said to some of the earlier groups, is you might have like loads of friends around you. Like I said that somebody might be in a room full of people but have no one to talk to. So you need to forge really good friendships, even if it's one or two. You can have like 50 friends. It might only be 2 people out of that 50 that will really have your back that you can talk to. That makes sense?
Choose a lot.
Yeah? Or 2. Or 1 then? It's too much. 1 is too much. No friends. Alright. You think differently. So, any questions? What? No questions? No, this is good. Alright, so we're going to repeat this after me. My little mantra. Self-preservation.
Self-preservation.
You know what preservation means? When you're saying it, you don't know what I'm telling you to say. What's that telling you? Preserve me. Everyone knows, right, okay. Self-preservation. I'm not hearing this side. Self-preservation is the first rule of nature. Self-preservation is the first rule of nature. Self-preservation is the first rule of nature. So always look after yourself. Right? Okay?